Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to invite Jessica Ahimbisibwe, the CEO of Cinema UG. She is a professional software engineer specializing in website development and graphics design. She's the brain behind all the artwork of this festival. All the artwork kitegeeza bino byonna n'ebirala bye mulabye byonna bibadde biyita mikono gye. We are glad to have partnered with Cinema UG for this second edition. Jessica, you are welcome. Bw'okuba akalulu nakyo kijja kuba kiyitirivu. Thank you very much for being here. Please give us a brief introduction of yourself. Bamanyi Oluganda n'Oluzungu.
Good morning, everyone. Mwasize mutya. Oluganda ndondogerera ddala. Mbejjane yanziza nnyo. Thank you for the invitation. My name is Jessica Ahimbisibwe. I am the vision bearer of Cinema UG. It's a marketing, branding, and distribution company in film. Yes, that's a brief.
Thank you so much, Jessica. I'll ask you my first question. You have told us you are Cinema UG, and I think you're inclined to cinema. How are you interested? What has interested you in this industry, the theater industry?
Oh, great question. I think I'm going to just give a brief about film and then I come into theater. I think around 2016, but can you hear me? Okay, let me use the mic for the sake of recording. But I wanted to project. Ooh. Yeah. In 2016, I entered into the film industry. Piqued interest. I love movies. Njagala nnyo film era when nayingira ekina Uganda. I was like, this is home. But in 2018, I was more intentional, and I started following up what is happening in the Ugandan film industry, and that's how we've been growing as Cinema UG. Theater, I was telling Mumbeja in her office that I love a good laugh. I love a good laugh, and theater gives you that. I love people who can bring out their natural talent on stage, whereby when you are stage tebiliko cut oli akulabira wojjanga toyambadde batokoze eki toyambadde teri mu take two. It's just one take and that's it. And theater, I love it because when they come on stage, you get to see the raw product. You get to see someone who's really, really talented. Unlike around the film whereby we just go behind the stage and we tell you now do this and that. But theater, you get to see how someone expresses themselves, how someone tells the story with all their gestures. They start communicating. And you're like, hey.
In real time, eh?
Real time, you get to see everything in real time. I'm more excited for the second edition, not because that we are part of it. Okay, that's also part of it, that we are part of it as Cinema UG. But I'm more engraved into seeing people giving us their craft, telling a story. Stage plays, they always tell a story whereby you get to see someone and be like, now I get. And you laugh all through the production. So I love theater.
Thank you for appreciating us. We are in the digital era and you are the expert in software. How can we as Thespians utilize the digital platforms to enhance and promote our craft? Tukoze tukyaffe mu theater okubanga tukozesa naffe ku mutimbagano okulaakulanya theater. Tetwagala kukulaakulanya film tutunulidde theater. Tetwagala tudduke mu film mu theater tufuuke aba film. Twagala tusigale mu theater naye ate tukulaakulanire ku mutimbagano. How can we do that?
Kansoke mbuzeeyo ekibuuzo natagambira mixing English and Luganda. Mu audience, when was the last time you charged your phone?
Aliya, esimu wagikyajinze ddi?
And I believe some of us have a power bank, right? With
Abalina
a
power
cable.
bank muwanike mu mikono.
You have a power bank, you have your cable. Neoba ova waka kyosooka parking is a charger. Right? Wotuukewo omuntu osooka mubuuza socket eriwa. Not so. Why? Thank you so much. You want to be online. No matter what. Also, I know that I'll not go into details as a woman, but also there are some nitty-gritties on your belongings. In your bag, 24/7, you know where the cable is. Eh? No matter that cable yange because when to can restaurant I can plug in. You want to stay connected. You want to stay online. No, but to kusasula za mwezi is that data tezibula. Omanyi data alinga omuntu anywa omwenge. Right? Ne waba takola. Obuuza no kana egundi ontakwa naye tava mu bbaala. Ne waba nyola jwa bibiri n'obuuza yeza wala gyakola ki? Kati gweza data ozijjawa. So meaning everything is online. Everything is digital. Whether you want it or not, we are digital. Newona gamba otyambu ate munnange ffe mulaba tuli ba stage ate bichi era stage ogenda gitwala online. Because now we are in the digital era. We are a generation whereby we want everything on click. I sit home, I order food, newoba nga ndi ku fourth floor, nongamba wa board oba wa Grove oba wa Jumia, nongamba oli wansi nja kugamba yambuka amadaala. Why? I love comfort. Right? I love comfort. Njagala kinsange wendi. So even as stage, we are going to go online. You're going to find them in their comfort zone. And their comfort zone is the internet. So you're going to find a way as a theater person. How are you going to communicate? How are you going to start selling the products online? And when I talk about products, these are stage plays that you do. Because at the end of the day, when you have a business plan, you have a product that you're going to sell. Your stage play is a product. Tuvembina byokwebuzabuza man. Mubina byokugamba munzize kugezagezaako. Guno mulembe ebyegezagezaako si bingi. That's why you see that someone from TikTok ajja kola festival gambe naye lwaki bagikoze. How? Where are they getting the numbers? They have built an online audience. Nga gokyali mu corners, the four walls of your room, and you feel like theater tulina kubeerawo tugambe mujja mutulabe. Batwale online babalabe. Because as we started in the beginning, we all have cables for your phones. You want to stay online. Take the stage online. Take the stage online. Take the plays online. Now, rehearsal. Now, Mumbeja, this is where it is. Because I remember when we first met the groups for the Theatre and Performing Festival, we told them that documenting online. You document your craft. When was the last time you talked about your craft?
Auntie Narubiri, when did you last talk about your craft?
When was the last time you attended a rehearsal? No kubechifananyi, no gamba, tuli mu rehearsal. When was the last time you did a reel about your rehearsal?
Katundu ako mukategedde. Ne bw'obeera mu rehearsal, abantu bo bakole ki? Bamanyise. So that they get enthusiastic, they get interested in what will come out of the rehearsal. Nyabugenda maaso.
Exactly. Kuba kati otunuulira muno ogamba online it's a journey. Mulimu abantu abatubuuza ne bagamba how do we market? But to build an audience is not just miraculously. You don't just wake up and say nina following. You build an audience when you interest them in what you do. Nja kubawa example, right? Wenkeera ku makya ne ngamba ngenda kugulawo factory etunda amazzi. Nja kumanya nina ogateka mu bottle. But that bottle is not a brand. The reason why I have a brand, there are so many water products. Not so? There is Enzoli, there is Yaketi, there is what. In that, I want my product to be identified. So even in your stage play, as a creative, you are building a product which you're going to sell to the final consumer. Interest the final consumer about your product that you're going to sell. Package it well. Invite them into the creation process. And how do you invite them in the creation process? when you start rehearsals, and as you're doing all the rehearsals, you don't need to sell too much. Just a snippet, simple things here. Someone has entered, we are now doing this is how the stage is going to look. And before you know it, someone online believes that they know you, they know the stage play, yet they don't. You get. They don't need to know the entire life, but sell to them what you want them to buy. And what you want them to buy are the tickets at the end of the day. Nekati gonojja n'okinkuba n'ongamba tugulira abalunganda, ab'emikwano, abako n'abalungi, naye nga saaliyo na rehearsals, like you didn't interest me during the rehearsal process. And we say that now we are in a digital era. So document everything online. That's how we all start. By the time you come to sell to me a ticket of 50K, I'll be like, yeah, it's worth it, the money. Not to just come out of the blue and then you start telling me, chichino. That's number one. But number two, let us look at theater now. As you all hear, theater is business. We usually say that now you need to understand the art of business. The art of business, you need to know that in every business, you need to have a business model. Do you have a business model for the stage play that you're going to produce? Oba womala n'otuyita fena ntugiza Bativaye, then what? Because business model agenda kulaga that mu mwezi gw'okumu ogenda tuteeka ku Bativaye. Mu mwezi gw'okumu like mu December wo otwaleko wano. Wetuva mu January otuyingizeko wano. Ng'otulaga same stage play. So you need to have a business model for that stage play. Si byakugamba mbuno kati genda ku Bativaye tukikube tukiggale kiggwe. What happens to the product? Ogitaddewo. Nene chukuyita wagidocumentinze. So meaning it's nowhere. So you keep the same cycle, and then you say, tuli mukola nete tufunamu. Tetubiraba. You're not documenting it. But now, given the fact that we're in the digital era, you can document your play. Yes, but you also sell it online. As to share platforms where you can share, where you can sell online. But it depends on how you package it. Kuba fena manyi bulungi fena tulina gye tuva tusomesa abaana mu bintu by'enjawulo mu bya theatre ate mulina n'emizannyo gye muzannyo egy'enjawulo, not so? So you need to know that omuzannyo nga temunnaguproducinga, what is the business plan ey'omuzannyo ogwo? Kuba business plan yegenda okulaga baani abalina okuzannya, wenna azanyisa Farida alina abantu 3,000 abasobola okujja oba nedda. Naye wenateekamu Jessica talina abantu ba theatre. Ekituufu ninayo nga 10. Mba nkukolera sente? Nedda. So ekyo kyonna kijja mu business plan. So you need to have a business plan for your stage play. Gitreating nga business endala nga okera ku makyano okugulawo akaduuka oba kiosk oba costume beauty shop n'ogamba wano ntaddewo emidaala bwe giti nina osondamu ssente bwe ziti. Lwaki tokikolera stage play? Because it's a product. But number 3, you need to know that you have to document the items of the product. Mu stage play items zaffe bazanyi. Documenting abazanyi online. In that, by the time I get to buy a ticket, I know who am I expecting for that stage play. It's not caught by surprise. Sibera onengamba, bandange batwetedde Nakai. But Nakai wojjango mu documenting online ngongamba mbuno eno product bano be balimu. Even me as an online audience, ntandika getting excited about the stage play. You're selling online and you're building online. Mabeja.
Thank you. Akakatundu okazeemu n'okamala bukamazi. We go to rehearsals. We rehearse to ourselves. Netubyesigaliza. So nga there is a lot of drama that goes on in rehearsals. Drama mu drama. Siwe wow. So if we document this and share it with the audience, it gets excited. I'll give you an example. I was doing the recording of the monologue challenge. Nabadde nakayingira ku TikTok. Bantu te ku TikTok abantu abo. So I documented how we were going to do the recording of their monologues. It was a short clip, and everybody got interested. I saw people kugondinga views ziyikanga mazinenga bulijjo mwandi akodde ebinyuma. So I think people are interested in behind the scenes even more than the content itself gw'ogenda okubawa. So let's document the rehearsals. Ate bw'obanga oli producer ali wano, oli ateeka ssente mu kintu, let's try to document our actors as well. Abantu bategeere nti ngenda kuzanyisa Maria Nakyanzi, bamutegeere yaani, alowooza atya, ayagala biki. Bwe bamutegeera, banguyira okujja okumulaba. Yensonga lwaki emabegako awo simanyi bakikyagenda mu maaso. Abantu bajja ku box office nabuuza, mulimu gundi, mulimu ne gundi, kubanga babamanyi. So if you document these people, bajja kuba abantu babamanyi, nga baba bategedde nga balowooza babamanyi nnyo, gye binaasembera babeere nga bazze. Nnyabo akasembayo. Give us the best and easiest platforms we can use as Thespians to grow our craft and the industry at large.
Babeka wali ku Facebook. Because Facebook ye nyangu. But Facebook introduced something called the Facebook Watch. Yes. There is Facebook Live, there is Facebook Watch. So tugambe tuli mu generation ya videos, ebintu byaffe so chap eh? Like mpachino nchirabe. Because they say that a certain concentration right now as a human being when we're online, it takes 5 seconds. So in the 5 seconds, you need to communicate as you're advertising. So you need to tell me in the 5 seconds. Why? Because I'm so much exposed to information. Just a scroll like this, nsobokula posters in Gasatu. Church gendo kunkumira ku poster yo. That's number one. So as even you're branding and you're doing everything, you need to put in your mind that it takes me 5 seconds to concentrate. Wobo ino muzanyi nga mutufa ina following, gobo so sako. Sibule mbu na inobera ku poster. Wobo ino muzanyi nga abantu bamumanyi, katika mbawe example. Omuzanyi we gujja nga muri Maria Mundagire. Sijja kuteekawo nze. Njja teekawo Maria Mundagire. Okitegeera. Kuba ali wana scrolling but nalaba Maria Mundagire. Kiki kino. Kitwala seconds 5 concentrating okulaba poster yo. So now there are platforms ezize. Facebook Watch. Also creating a content wo. Ng'omuntu wa theatre. No documenting a 30 seconds. 30 seconds like this. The more it grows, the more you get paid. So no wangoli producer, no wangoli chi. Start doing small things for your people. Ate ebimu ku challenges that you know that osango muntu nga soka for them, they don't know themselves yet. That's number one. Eh? No struggling ozimba character, no struggling no zimba omuntu. Owantegeera. Because at the end of the day, omwetaaga ku stage. Awa abantu ekirungi. Naye gwe wetaaga ku stage teyeemanyi. I don't know myself. I'll come when I'm struggling in the character of Jessica, but I also don't know the real Jessica. Ongambe creating a platforms. Tandika okugamba nanti olaba kati enjala zange, atonda ba amaaso, atonda ba ebigere, you know. Naye osanga omuntu nga yeemanyi no creating a platform ajja kuba ina certain confidence. Kati waba teyeemanyi, kati nga gwe producer, soko omuveeko mu buteemanyabwe, osooka omanye how to build a platform for these people. Because abantu bangi abajja mu creative industry aba teyeemanyi. Ajja kujja kugamba ndi passionate about theatre. Omugambe kale zannyamu awo. Agamba naye kati nze ntandika ntya. Banandaba batya. Gundi ampulira atya. Oba kitegeera. Kuba naye muli teyeemanyi ate ng'oyagala azannye something, azannye immaculate oba azannye Jane. Jane tegenda muzannya bulungi nga wasobola kumuzannya nga nani natandika kwemanya. Meaning no building an online presence. Kigenda bera kizibu nnyo. Yo building because they are not confident in themselves. Kati gutandika building up audience yo nga organization nga platform. Because fena tulina muzita production company namwe. Mina production company muba kunganyiza. Secho muba kunganye mubayite babenga bajja. Mukubayitawo nga nawo creating a rehearsals, build the online presence for the organization or for the company. Jibakola rehearsals. Wanalaba ngo mutaddeyo enfunda emu 2 3 nga naye apickinga leaf nga gamba nange nsobola okukola reels zange. Producer olaba otya wano. Olaba otya trainer wano nzannyemu watya. Before you know it, they have grown their confidence. But remember, you're also building the online platform, your company, and then you're creating all these rules for that. But number 2, we have Insta Reels. They are also paid for. These are Instagram Reels. So you need to know that generation we are in. We are moving away from what we call still photography or still posters to video. That's why you see that TikTok is taking over Facebook. That's the truth. That's why you see that when you look at Instagram, they are trying as much as possible to move into the videos. And when it comes to theater, you guys have so much video content than still. Right? Like, record that. It's rehearsal. That's video content. 30 seconds like this. You're paid for that. So these are all platforms which are exposed for us to use. You can do YouTube shorts. Namu abantu bangi abatera okujja ne batuweereza follow, like, subscribe. In matter I'm like, gundi gwe. Follow, like, subscribe. Ebyo tubyagala nnyo naye katutandikeyo bati. Creating what we call YouTube shorts. Zibeera za minute eja. Those are 60 seconds. I think when we went to them, there is only 60 seconds. 60 seconds like this. But and YouTube shorts are being paid for. Negatinga na omuzanyo otandika creating your own content on all these platforms. No exposing. But it goes back to webanga oli muzanyi nga you're not confident in who you are. Soka wemanye. Kuba nawe nakuwa character ndala tojja kumpa kintu kirungi. But Mr. Producer oba Mr. Trainer bonna mbayita. Wofuna omuntu nga ze. Because the creative sector attracts so many people. Why? It's God-given. Talent is God-given. Mulimu abatazanyanga. Mulimu abatekamu wako mungi. Like you have to do the hard work. But talent is God-given. That's why someone wakes up and say, I'm passionate about. That's why you find someone nobanga tasomye nyaja kugamba nze bya theater binyanguyira. Because it's God-given. Chiri munda muli ne wabanga zem production company ojja kola mulimu mutini nnyo mpolishinga to give a finished product. So wajja welcome them and start putting them on your platform. But as we've said, you're moving online. Banange ekituufu kiri nti twavaayo dde eri tulina we tuli tugenda kudda mabega kyekituufu. So all these platforms are there. TikTok, I think nti twetaaga najjogerera nnyo. Yajjanga esaaga. Right now they are trying to even increase the duration or the length of the video that you can upload. You can sell your content online. We have what we call video on demand platforms. What is a theater? Is a stage play. I'm going to share a list with Mumbeja. Ajabawe is a list. Is a stage play. Nembanga mukwa rehearsal, document it nezbanga zili minutes satu, and you start selling content online. But then you can also sell your scripts, because I believe stage Murandika scripts, right? These are all platforms that you can sell. You can start being a script writer for stage, specialize in that. It is what humans, we want to do a lot of things. No go on, no go ali, no go ali, no go ali. But find your strength and build that strength.
Ebintu ebyo tubiteekayo ku YouTube, Insta Reels ani wonna wonna. Nsasulwa ntya oba naye ssente ffenna ze tunoonya byonna we biggwa byetoololera mu nsawo. Kakati nkola ntya okubeera nga nsasulwa era ani ansasula akola atya kyendabwe njagala okubuuza ekyo.
Muwa ajja kuddamu naye nze ngenda kuwa ka brief osasula otya. Ani yabadde kula Bonita? Comedian? Miki Sewati? Simumanyi na kumumanya. Anti nze simumanyi. Kyengezaako okumugamba kajiiko. Nti gwe nkumanyi. Naye osobola okukolayo show ku Bonita. Kakati Miki does what? Miki seems too funny. Teyasooka kulowooza kunfunira wa. Yagenda nakola obuntu bwe ne bumutunda, yatuuse okugamba nti mujje ne basimba layini ne balwana. Okitegedde? So sometimes we don't have to first think about money, but think about where what you're doing is going to take you. sente zijja kusanga eyo ng'otuuse ekyo ekibuuzo akitegedde agenda kwongera akikubuulire kubanga era waliwo webisasulira ajja kukulagawo.
Engeri gye nkikuba ekiro naye kati essaawa zino mba ntegeera nnyo kasita twogera ku bintu bya theatre kubanga theatre njagala nnyo. Waliwo omwana buli we documenting ebintu let's say kati my last show yabadde ku La Bonita twabadde ne Kajiiko we mixed up with the Ebonies and twabadde ne show screen night so nataddeyo ka clip katono about cause nze nsika abantu bange bamba manyi we documentinga siteekamu na sound bye tugenda kuzannya naye ono omwana ambeerako nnyo nanga brandi nagamba recording ebintu we kati bye tugenda okuzannya nze nga nze kinyamba nga wookyokedde nti nsike audience yange kubanga era wendaga rehearsal nga tulinamu Mami Mariam Ndagire oba baani oba nga Ebonies the platform Ebonies nali nagivako naye nagizeko ne kati brandi ozanya n'aba Ebonies nze kinyamba naye ate oli yawulira bubi nga nze nteekayo so kati tekita market oba bintu bye tugenda kuzannya bye documenting before the show.
Ebyo biri bimeka ebibuuzo? Biri bisatu.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Nsamba Medi, aka Chief Medi, one of the hottest boy living in Kampala with Mafia. So my question is, Madam, thank you, Bambi. Unakwate attention here because the chinchoyogirako chipia ate chechigenda gende chechidako masse actually. There is something you talked about. Kati olaba faba theater. Manyizi njagala nnyo theater eringi eyanza nze theater gye nsinga okutegeera than film. Theater eyo gy'olaba tulinamu like obulombolombo bwaffe nti a little bit oteeka content ku online atutira market batya nti oli ajja okwagala okulaba Mariam Ndagire wanamulaba wano ku online wano kyamulabe ka video biki a little bit tajja kugetingamu interest okusasula cash agenda amulabe ku stage a little bit kijja mugayazaamu so kati awo nawe njagala otereezemu nga nze kuba nze nnyina eyo endowooza nti wenkwata tuli mu rehearsal tukola nenkwata content nengira abe mukibi ne mu recordingiramu so oli ajja okubaako ayagala okujja amulabe n'amulaba wano ku simu eriro bit ajja kukutanyayi agenda amulabe ku stage. Thank you very much, madam.
Ekisembayo mu katundu ako
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Henry Nathan Katongole, and my question is, as Cinema UG being a partner on the Theatre and Performing Arts Festival, the second edition, do you have a strategy in your work plan of bridging the gap between cinema and theatre? Because in my observation, I realize there is so much cream of talent in theatre that can supply film. The fact that yes, we are adopting film, it's more of a shortcut for creatives. And yet theatre, for me, I would say, is the actual drill that every creative should attain in their journey as a performer. Secondly, the other question, not a question, but I would like you to throw light on an actor's role in placement as per presence, be it social media, be it on ground, be it anywhere. Your presence as an actor, throw light on what should be done for you for someone to feel your presence, you as an actor seeking an audience. Before you look at the following of the production house mover, what have you done? What should you do as an actor on a basic level to attain presence and have your own following before all the other factors fall in? Thank you.
Thank you so much for the questions. Nabadde manyi sina bibuuzo, but it's a blessing to have the questions. Omukyala yabuuza n'agamba kati ffe abaakatandika bwe mutatuwa poster visibility tunaakola ki? Kankuddemu maama. In branding or in theatre, a poster is one of the major marketing tools. Kyekimu ku kye bakozesebwa mu kumaketinga. Okitegeera? Ky'oba olaba nga otuuka ku mizannyo feesi ziba nnyingi. Lwaki? Buli omu baba baagala bamulabeko. Si kyo? Ate oli ajja gamba sijja tambuza posta okuggyako nga muntaddeko. Mu stage mubamu abantu nga 30 to 20. Naye bonna temubateeka ku posta. Lwaki bonna abiri temubateekako? Ne musaba muteekeko nga 5, 8, 9. Be bakola ki? Be batunda. Ensonga be bakola ki? Naye osanga omuzannyo era stiru nga mulimu omuzannyo omutuutuukivu. Omututumufu. Omutwe gwe guba munene nnyo nga balaba muli mabega. Si ekyo? Lwaki omutwe gwe guba munene nnyo ne batagamba naye naawe ozannyeeko nnyo kakkana bano bagejje? Because you're looking to sell. Si ekyo? Naye n'ekyokubiri otuuza ttiimu yo n'oginnyonnyola n'obagamba bannange mulaba gundi ono Vero azannye nnyo, we tumugezaako ajja kusika abantu bangi. Like it doesn't mean that oli omupya yakajja tamanyi. Eyo nsonga emu lwaki ku posta tekulina beerako bantu bangi. But ekyokubiri wenna afuna posta eno nga center of concentration yebuze sijja gitambuza nange yagamba no bad work. Oba ontegeera? Lwaki producer oba trainer oba nannyini muzannyo agenda agutaddemu ssente, lwaki buli mutamukolera what we call individual poster nga mu abazannyi ab'enjawulo? Kuba nekyatasa agamba muno munnange bano bapya nnyo bano be mulaba twakabaleeta. Kuba oli tajja kujja kugamba mbuno bano bapya nnyo, ajja basanga mugundi agamba nalabye omuwala nga azannya bulungi, naawe otandikiraawo. Si ekyo? So poster obutakuteekako sigama muno onatutumuka ddi. Ate n'okutumuka okuko tekutandikira mu production company, kutandikira kuggwa omuntu, because you're going to document your journey. Kuba production companies zino tuzivaamu, wookera ku makya ng'oli mu AfriTalent n'ovaamu n'ogenda ku Ebonies n'ovaawo n'ogenda mu bakayimbira. Concentration ye ejja kuba nga si nnungi nnyo, naye nga posta zino banaaba bazikoze nga ogenda otambula we batye. Oba ntegeera where I'm going. So gwe omuzannyi nga gwe soka wekoleko we like grow your audience as a person, in that even if they don't put you on the poster, you have a certain confidence to know that our work is good. Nja kusharinga. Nene ekirala osobola otuuza production manager oba trainer n'omugamba taata nange mbadde nsaba nina abantu bange nkoleyo ka poster nga kange oba nga tuliko nga 3. Okitegeera? Naawe otambuze poster yo. Naye ne waba tagikoze gisabe, because it's also a marketing tool for you nga gwe omuzannyi. Ndowooza nkuzzeemu. Obutakubeera ku poster tekitegeeza mbu tomanyi kuzannya. Owokubiri yagambye basasulwa batya? Si ekyo? How do we get paid? Mr. Director abuuzizza oba Mr. Producer ekitiikyo kyonna. Platforms zino wooziraba abantu abazibuilding nga balina business mind, tebakola charity. Tebali mugamba bannanga bana Uganda bali mu third world country bali bubi nnyo bambi katubateerewo bazannye nga tebalina na ki. Oyinza n'okuba nga ozannya nga tebakumanyi. But they build a platform to make money. And how do they make money? Through ads. Meaning wenteekayo akalango ka theatre and performing arts ne kazannya ku platform yo ne bagamba buli kalanga kazannya we have what we call on click and or per message. Akalangu kangwe kazanya ku platform yo. Olina aka click nga kavude ku platform yo. There is a cent you get as a platform. It's a business for them. Obantegera tebali mu charity because at the end of the day nange ngenda kusasula sente oku advertising. So the more on click I get from your platform, you're being paid because I paid. Obantegera. Meaning you have to grow your audience nga gwe platform oba nga gwe omuntu. Kuba Google Ads tegenda kuteeka mu aina 2 likes. Ejja kunonyayo aina 17 likes or 17k likes. Weateka Google Ad ku platform eyo ne banga tabagikirikinzeeko bajja gamba per view. Why? Kuba ne wenateka poster ne wabawo advert ya Google Ad running out ne nfunayo nga 100 views ku platform yange oba okoze sente. Mba nasasudde. Oshegira. Ne woba toyina ba numbers. First and foremost, togenda funa ads. That's number 1. Ekyokubiri ogenda kutoba nnyo olabe nga growing audience. We usually tell people that you give yourself a gestation period. Kangambe ng'omwaka gumu oba myezi nga 6 and you build what we call consistency. Woteekayo buli lunaku. Ne mmanya that when nazuuka wakajiiko nga ntaddeyo rehearsal ekyo nkisuubira buli lunaku nja kubeera what we call a royal customer. Oba ntegeera? You're building what we call a royal audience. Mbere omuntu akufollowing not because you've put something new but because I've become part of family. You have put me in your family of an audience. Go building the bwotyo ne wokera ku machano galawo nja kusigala nzija mbuuze naye bano bakumawa. Oshegera. Then bana abajja because you've boosted. Manyi oloba ofuna ngo boostinze. Manyi oloba ofuna ngo boostinze, right? Naye wobanga ina what we call the original and the royal audience. Nze oba mfunye nga totadde mu sente. Meaning sijja kujja because of money. Your platform nja kuba ncheckingako. We have superstars here. The likes of Farida Nakaziwe, the likes of Flavia Tumusime. Ne wateka just real. Ne wateka YouTube video nga ya 2 seconds oba ya 3 minutes nja jiraba. Not that yansasudde njirabe, but because I'm what we call a royal audience. I'm interested in what she's sharing. So even you as a production company, you need to know that you're going to build an audience in Pola and Pola. Before you know it, the ads will be paid. Put on your platform and you get paid. Kati Google Ads esasula webati. Google Ads oyina okuba ne Google account where you put in your bank details. Buli sente ja at the end of the month bajja kulaga bagambe to running an ad for 30 days nofuna $15 zili banked. You're running another ad for this and this. And that's how people make money. Nenga now also no growing audience yo. There's a payment Same applies to YouTube. YouTube is also about numbers. They'll tell you per view, per what, and then the clicks and all that. No growing or following. But then also, there are also ads that are being put into your YouTube video. Right now, nobody in the numbers was taken by default. They're not going to pay you. But because they're looking at your growth rate. Same applies to Facebook Watch. So Facebook Watch, video was taken, the more audience you grow, otandika ampola. So you give yourself a time like 6 months. Noga mangenda growing audience. Otuza abana obanyonyole. Naye kati obuzibu obubeerawo oba producer olaba nga ofunyeeko $15 ng'odduka. Ng'obagamba temulaba nze alina shares. Mwe mukola ki wano? Mugenda. Naye nga bano abaana ovudde nabo eri okubuildinga ekintu. Meaning you as a human being also naye toli mwesimbu. Ojja kera ku makya obagobe. Naye nga building the audience on the content gobakolera naye their faces also they are selling. So you need to know that you have a certain agreement. Ate nekirala kati contracts zajja. Oli asobola okukuropa claiming anagamba this is my content, my face is part of it. So you know to kumacha once in wagamba okay production company timba meka 15 tugenda zanya ki bwekiti signing wano oba signing se bune wakulopa ku Facebook oba ku YouTube ba claiming channel bajijeyo. You have proof that this was under contract and their faces they're supposed to be there. Those are taking the Thank you so much. My mama, Madam Mswagenzi nobuuza waliwo oteekayo ng'oli alina akasajja ku mutima, right? N'oteekayo n'agamba kati ng'olaga bingi, n'oteekayo n'agamba naye kati sina bibyo, otadde ebitali bibyo. Bangi beebo. It's an industry we are in. Teri no magenda kugamba 100% to share you on agambe bambi okola birungi nnyo teekayo tweyongere maaso. Mulimu n'abatula mu corner of the bed n'agamba ye kati ataddeyo kaki naye ng'akalabye, right? Tajja kujja kugamba muna your work is good. Naye ojja okalaba and you get that view. Gy'olajja na kumanya ani yagirabye naye nga n'abalabye waako oyo bamu kuba kugamba lwaki obiteekayo. So you need to know that you're going to develop a tough skin. Oli akugambe mugambe, you know what, this is my territory. This is what I do. Kino kyenkola. Wemba nfumba mmere nja kusiika buli kimu. Wasanga omukazi afumba emmere mu gundi ng'ali mu office ye ne baba akatale, ojja kujja, you sit down and they will serve you and they will not care. Obesowanyo ogisanze oti, that is their territory. So even you as a creative, your content is your territory. Whether I put who, whether I do what, as long as it's my work, it's your work. One thing you should know that even if it's not your interface, you need to have a consent and you claim copyright. Because now we have a copyright issue. The music could cause a you just put a small thing like this and the entire video goes. And yet you have around 50,000 followers, views on that particular video. But because someone claims it, they remove it. So on akugamba munongota devinji, believe me you, 4 years, 5 years from now, ajakwata yogera bwatyo. Because that should be your least worry. Your least, one of your worries should be, have I put a video today or not? You understand? The nyesayas are always there. Ate nechela baziraba. How can he come and tell you ngota de abajirabi ati? Abajirabi, right? So your list should be, how do I build consistency? How do I build my brand? How do I brand myself? Even with the content. Because no try no recording and no tekayo. Oyina jana gamba kati olaba theater mugamba, you know what? This is my territory. This is my work. This is my craft. This is what I do. This is who I am. I walk the talk. I do everything that I do. And that's how you're going to move forward. Because it's your work. You're going to feed from your craft. I don't think that you're doing MC for charity. It's a business. Hello? And business people are aggressive. Ebibuzo yakusatu. Omwami yabuuziza. Saba wabuuza n'ogamba, how is Cinema UG bridging the gap with theatre? Thank you so much for that question. I think we've started on a journey with Mumbejja Toyanzanyo Nyaboto opportunity. Thank you so much. This is our first edition to be in theatre production. And it has been really fulfilling, like to see how things are done. They tell you, edit the poster, don't put creatives, put manyawat, ate manyawat, we are theatre, we are not in film. And you're like, wow. So we are understanding the language. We didn't know how to speak. Now we understand to speak the language of theatre. But we started with women in film. So we are trying to bridge the gap with women in film. Theatre, we are coming, and we've opened the door. Mumbejja atulese. So the door is not closing. Nobuza no gamba, how can an actor build an audience? The basics of building an audience, right? Thank you so much. I'm going to start with the basics as I share. That a creative, when they tell you that you are a product, you need to know what they mean. Because when you look at most of people who do consultancy, you can't quantify the work that you've done. When kera kumatane ngamba ntumiza boto 15 eza soda ziba 10 na meka 15. Nesa agama muno kati talent ye eri 15. Obo ntegeera. I can't. Like I can't quantify it. So it's a service that you're selling. Your craft is a service. You need to sell it as a service. Yourself, you are the business model. How do you appear in the public? That's number one. Ngenda kujja nyambadde clocks, ngenda kujja nyambadde sneakers, ngenda kujja nga mpunyanga sinabe for 2 days because I'm a brand. That's number one. You are a brand. You are the product. You are the service. You are the consumable service. Because when you get on the stage, I'm consuming you. I'm consuming you as a brand. I'm consuming you as a product. So, soka wejje mu kifaananyi ogambe nze Jessica. Right? Nze Jessica akola Epsd. Nina emirimu emirala gye nkola. Kangambe omufumbi w'emmere. I'm trying to bring it home so that we all understand. Jessica omufumbi w'emmere. Waliwo Jessica creative. Omuzannyi wa cinema. Ne wabawo Jessica omuzannyi wa theatre. I'm giving you from what we sell because as cinema we sell service. We can't quantify it to you and say tukukuziza crate 15 za soda. But we can quantify and say our service is worth this. It took us time also to price. So even you as a creative, which is how to price because it's you who is the product. Nekati nze banansasula yakati producer banange stage bangambye nzanyemu buzanyi mpite mbuyisi banansasula lowooza naye ng'otaddemu transport. You are investing into the service who is you. You are investing into the product who is you. One, you to make an appearance mwena mwakozesa transport yokujja wano, right? Mwena mwina gye muvudde sikiwa muna musula mu bifulukwa like oyingira n'okivaamu n'ovaayo ezo ziba nkuyege, right? Naye wakenda ku macha n'onaaba n'okera ku macha n'oteekako Vaseline n'oteekako perfume n'oteekako everything to make an appearance. So you need to quantify everything that you put into the production. N'ogamba nganze omuzannyi. One, they will need costume. How much does it cost me to kweyambaza? Nosika noseka ku bbali bajja kunneetaaga nga ndabika bulungi wengula ebizigo bya mmeka n'ebiteeka bbali n'otandika ku pricinga. W'oteeka mu price and then you look at vis-a-vis your brand. When you come to the producer n'omugamba njagala emitwalo 5 egy'okubeera ku stage, is it worth? But how do you brand yourself online? As CJ's advertises its chicken or its sandwich, whatever it is, you're going to advertise your product. And you are the product. You are the final consumable product. Your face. Just that when you come, we get to see you in a different character. We don't get to see the veil, we get to see another immaculate. But then also for you to give me an immaculate, you've put in the work. So brand yourself. We always tell people that branding doesn't just mean that take a selfie and put up. Because that's what we all do. Branding goes way back to investing even in the knowledge. There is something bad as talking to an empty creative. And you're like, conversation right? Oyinagamba naye bannange tetuganye mulungi naye tamanyi byakola. Oba kitegeera. So your branding is going to go back to what you know. You invest yourself in knowledge. Ne woba ogamye muno okoze course online tandika ogiwandiikako. This is how you're going to build your audience online. I think I'm answering you, Mr. Award winner. So you're going to start to like putting yourself out there, but then also you're going to start putting the knowledge onto the craft. Because as I said, we are all God-given, we are talented, and you creatives, salute, because for you have an extra dose of gifting, I would say. But to go and be good and say, naye gundi ononga, gundi oyasoma munange, tamala gatuulaawo. Gundi oyateekamu obudde bwe. Gundi otabeerawo n'akwerawo n'akuba selfies miti. Ne wabeera producer, eh? For you to give something good, you need to put in the work and read. So talk about what you're reading online. Tell us about your craft. Brand yourself. If you make an appearance like today, tell us that you're at National Theatre, you're at Bat Valley, you're attending the Theatre and Performing Arts Forum. Say it. Because that's who you are. You are the product. Tokantandika kutunda mazzi because toli mazzi. And you should know that you're not going to make every appearance anywhere. Because as a brand, mulimbi ogenda okwerekeramu, mulimbi ogenda okubanga tewerekeramu. And when you make an appearance, ogenda making appearance ng'oweddeyo. Because n'aba n'akwogerako banayogera biki nga balaba nga tulina byakwogerwako. So as you sell yourself online, you need to know that you are the brand. You are the business. You are the business. Tula wansi kumacha wekolere business model. ogambe business model gye nkoze bwe nti ngenda okutunda. But then project and say, in the next 3 months, njagala mbe nga njizeeyo kano as a creative, as a product as well. Platforms zonna tuzina, right? How you manage them, it's upon you. But nature, muli hot cake. Creatives, your hot cake. We are looking for content creators. We are looking for people who are doing commercials. So when you start branding yourself in a line of like, I can do ABCD, hello, see me, I'm here, work is going to look for you. Hope I've answered.
Tweyanzege ndowooza atuzeemu. Waliwo ebibuuzo ebizuukuse oluvannyuma lw'okubanga ayogedde. Farida alina kyagamba ekyogere nnyo kuba awulira. Facebook watch togizeemu bulungi kyagamba.
Facebook watch, when you log into your Facebook, tusobola ffenna okukola kati. When you log into your Facebook, you just select
Facebook bannange.
Maliriza. So there's a button which says Facebook watch. You go on the Facebook and look for a button which says watch.
I've never seen it. Where exactly is Facebook watch?
Kanzigulewo mbalage projecting.
Ali yagojimanyi. Facebook watch. We are here to learn. She's going to show us. Tebanna batuma live. Agambye watch. Mukiwulidde kasayini ka play kano we kati aka triangle. Ka triangle, eh? There is like a small TV that has a small triangle. Mukalabye. If you haven't seen it, put up your hand so that you haven't seen it, Farida? Tambula ogende wali nkaluba ako kakulage. Kubanga ye akalabye. Abakalabye muwanike tulabe? Abakalabye baabo. Kati Farida simu wagula ki? Wagula ki munnabe? Okay, nga bwe tunoonya ka Facebook. Nokia. As long as it's Android, ndowooza ebeera ejja kulaba. Smart. Kasebeera smart. So, that's a question. Is it about Facebook Watch? No? Ama? Ayina ekibuuzo.
Yes, erinnya Sembogga Jimmy. Okwongereza ku kya Mr. Luwaga kyagamba. Ku TikTok okwo kwennyini. Omuntu waliyo ulinga takwagaliza byokola. Eva nga buli kyoteekayo nga reportingayo ate bo bawuliriza nno first. Ne basooka bakublockinga from nowhere. Kati oba kitaaga watufunenga balooya n'asooka nga kuwolereza simanyi. Olina video yo n'agamba eri gundi evuluga ekola biki n'ateeka ebintu ebibi. Ne batandika video gikwatamu ne batandika olina sooka kusaba munnaye mujje mulayikinge bagambe nti nungi bambi nyamba sound n'avaamu biki okakana blocking.
Okay, maybe you it's the same thing somewhere close.
I wanted to address it, maybe to give like an advice. Thank you. My name is Martin. I work with Cinema UG. So ekintu ekyo kiri ku mostly usually copyright and also how you handle your pages. When it depends on how you're handling it. If it's yours, mulimu abantu bameka. Most of the times oyinza osanga olina page yo naye nga olina mukwano gwo gamba bwe mbanga siriyo nteeraayo maybe so it depends on how you're handling it. You have to be careful about sharing a page yo nabo bwebanga waliwo omuntu osobola okuyingira mu account yo nga si page naye nga osobola okuyingira mu account yo na accessing your page naye asobola okugikyusa wayagalidde. Then kucha muting your content, you have to be very extra careful kubanga theatre oyinza okubanga ng'olyawo nga you're performing naye nga you're playing someone's music naye nga music oyo ari copyrighted, so omuntu wagenda kureporting he has a reason to report you era there are certain times like we were striking for a long time bamala ne blocking, so you have to be careful nti content won't take you are authentic atenga wo, so that omuntu tagenda kukola ki ne baba agenda ku reporting doesn't have a reason to report you. Then nekirala content won't take you abenga ali standards, because all these social media platforms have their ethical standards. Telemunity, tovuma abantu, waliwo a lot of guidelines there. So bobango still you're going to go to your digital life, make sure nti otegira amateeka buli platform from Facebook, YouTube naye inagago, TikTok I think is the most strict one, ne Twitter inagago, ogategeere bulungi so that ne bwabanga omuntu takwagaliza ayagala kukola ki kukulemesa doesn't have taina kyakuyinako. Yeah, that would be my advice. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Cinema UG Martin. That's the name, eh? Okay. I'll give you an example. Baseba ababidi ababadde boogera ku content okubanga bamukklampinga. I had a page, a channel called Mariam Ndagire channel. Ngeyina ba subscribers bayitirivu ne views nga 1 million and onwards. So I used to put on clips of my projects and clips of my series. Promos waba auntie, anything but love, tender sisters. Then I gave out the content. No, I didn't give it out. I licensed the content to Pearl Magic. And I did not put down those clips. So what happened? Pearl Magic nga yo yataddeyo yabategeezeza nti this is our content. We mulabako wonna, arrest the thief. And I was arrested. Ibangamba oyitiriza okuteekayo ebintu ebitali bibyo. Nagenda okulaba nga okwewozaako nkukooye. I just closed the channel. So you have to be careful. Oyinza okuba golowooza nti work wuwo nga naye work si wuwo. I have another scenario where I had my music. I have a song called Bamugamba. I performed Bamugamba in a Chikadde, tugende mu Chikadde. They used my music, the original song, ne balubeddinga wansi wa performance. So ne tukaayanira oluyimba. Images si zange, naye oluyimba lwange. You understand, that would be something very simple. Kyoyinza oga nti ate oba byombiye ggwe. But those images nali nasayininze eri batugende mu Kikadde nti waka gwe banaakwata waani waabwe. It was their content, but they used my music, so ne tubeera mu kusika omugwa. Kati omuzungu simanyi oba yakitegeera nti music awulikiko eri emabega si yono ayimba. We just had to take down the video instead of closing our channel tusooke tugende mu court. So you have to be very, very careful ku nsonga za copyright. Ojja kukirabanga ekyokuzannya obeere nga mu clip yange mwoli nga wasayininga nange, you signed that you're going to be in my movie. You're in my movie, you get the clip and put it somewhere, oteekeko eddoboozi lyo, nze nzije nkukole ki? Nclamping channel yo. So I don't think they clamp it mu bubi. I think they clamp it because there is something wrong. Like Martin has said, let's be very, very careful. And he has said, let's be careful with the people we let into our accounts. Sometimes oyinza okulowooza nti gw'olinaanye mukwano gwo nga naye si mukwano gwo. Tomorrow osange nga bakoze eki bakugaddewo mu ngeri emu oba endala oba nga bakubbye nga bwe mugambye nti oli ajja n'afuuka ggwe. Let's be very, very careful. Omulembe gwammwe guli ku speed nnyo. Gulimu abagezi bangi ate naddala bannayuganda tuli bagezi nnyo. There is online payments. Kajiko yabuza online payments. We have people here who are paid. We want them to share their experiences. Farida, Aliya, muleme kuseka. Babaleetera akazindaalo, Kajiko mumuzeemu amaanyi nti agume bw'aliweza bino na biri agenda kufuna ssente. Ayinza okugamba nti sinema UG ayogera olw'okuba ye software engineer. Kati artist munno naye akusharingireko. Buli omu gagamba asooka eri kwata akazindaalo tubuulire.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Zani yanafuka. YouTube ensasula. Buli mwezi memba nfunye ntono nga sitaddeyo waaka nsobola okugyayo $2. $200.
Kanzivungise zivaamu nga emitwalo. Mtwalo nga 5 6 7 8 bwe watyo. Nga tataddeyo bali ku bikadde.
Mba kisinzira baka kwentaddeyo. Kozi nyina lembera nga ndi busy neteekayo ko nga nzanyimu ne baveero 3 minutes just yo keeping a channel nga teri dormant. Kati waliwo lwenkola serious work nga njagala sente. Lwenkola serious work nga njagala sente kisinzira buwanvu bwenkoze nyinza okola 10 minutes. Over 15. Kati watch time. Bakusasula ibanga libamalanga balaba. Bwe kabeera kampi era ze sente zibakola ki? Zibakuwa. Aba YouTube abamu bagamba nti toteekayo waaka muwanvu abantu tebamulaba. Naye bw'oteekayo akampi bakugamba naye totuwa kampi. Bibadde binyuma ate n'otuwa kampi. Kati n'enkizuula nti gy'oku muteekayo content nga muwanvu bakuwa sente kuba ziba bakoze ki? Bamulabye. Ate bafuna ne space nene ekuwa obulango. Kozi bw'oteekayo 3 minutes bayinza okuwa akalango kamu oba bubiri ku beginning ne ku end. Bw'oteekayo nga muwanvu bajja batematema ne bakuwa obulango. Kati bw'oba okozi abateekayo buli lunaku kozi waliwo abantu abateekayo everyday. Nze oyo waakasimu yina sigo ya chapati. Kati nteekayo twice a week oba once a week. Bwe mba nfunye kyenzannyazanya neteekayo b'emirundi 3. Oyinza okufuna $5 nga 6 kisinziira gw'okola. Okundi ku account yo mba mu account details era omwezi bwe gutuuka olina ne wogenda n'okebeerako nogaha mwana nga ninayo $4. Zibayo nga zikulaga nti kati olinayo 4. Guno omwezi tojja kufuna teziweze. Naye era bw'oteekayo omwezi ne ziwera omwezi oguddako nga bakuwa notification ku email yo nti akasente kukabadde kakoze eki? Kagenzeeyo. Ogenda okulaba nga ne banka ekuweereza nti akasente kakoze eki. Kanyuma nno munnange kuba oba tokalowoozaako kyova olaba kati ba abaana bano babuloga bakufuula mulimu everyday. Ne bwakusanga nga ofuna buzi bakubuuza kati buzi eyo ogifuna otya? Bw'omaze okugifuna ogenda kusaala otya? Nti ye akiteekeyo abakirabe yafune ki? Sente. So naffe tusobola okukifunamu sente bw'obanga okufudde mulimu. Ate nze ebyange ebisinga mbikwatisa ssimu. Sikyalina budde bunoonya kamera kuba abantu tebalina choice. Oteekayo ekya kamera n'ofuna views 1K. N'oteekayo eky'essimu okulaba oli mu 10K. N'obuuza abaana abakulu baagala ki? Tebaliiko nti kamera ebadde mbi ky'obawadde munda content kyo kye baagala. Tebali nnyo ku kamera waaka. Abantu abamu bagamba sijja kola waaka kubanga sina kamera. Get your phone. Bw'eba eyombi funa Farida mukwate wano nga watambula wali. Omugaye Farida nsaba ku simu yeeyo. kwata akantu kangaako kampeereze bwana bakwagaza ajja kushutinga kakakuwe kyembadde ngamba anti ono saagala mugagga waleko anyinge sawalaikum.
Thank you so much. Farida, is there anything more you want to add? Gatakao kubanga gwate oyina Instagram kimanya biki nayo basasula.
Sambaye kumora kumatulayo ezo kwawukanako ne Aliya sibansasula ku YouTube naye ennaku zingeri gyenfunamu ssente bwe bakulaba ng'olina views nga ne page yo ekula abantu ab'enjawulo bakunoonya obeere ba ambassador okola obulago. Yes, engeri gyensasulwamu kale mukitegere nti peji ezo zibeere ng'ozifaako nga zikula ng'oteekayo content oyo asaanidde kubanga era bakunoonya balaba nebagaaga okusinziira ku bintu by'oteekayo ojja tukolera wano oba ne wano weewatyo nze batyo benfunamu ssente.
Tweyanziza nnyo tweyanzeege. Sinnakuleka kugenda. I just want to add on what you told Nathan. Nathan, you know that we are a vessel. You remember that? And the vessel has to be clean and neat so that they give us products to transport. Yeah? So continue doing that. And on top of that, bakugambye beera ng'oli mu faces z'abantu. Take photos. Beera ne photo shoots often. I see Farida doing so, ne Aliya. Bagira ne bafunayo photo shooting noga nti oba leero birthday ye naye yakaggwa. Akola ki? Atunda mulimu business gikuba abantu mu maaso bagimanye. Tolinda. Showbiz. This is show business. Business, muyinza okuba mulowooza showbiz kitegeeza kirala. Showbiz kitegeeza show business. And business is about what? Making money. Omukyala abagambye, we are here to make money. So be in the people's faces so that they see your face and see it and see it and see it. Eventually, egenda kuba etandika okuddiza amagoba. Bakugambye invest in knowledge, babagambye invest in knowledge. Osobola okuba nga woowali last year si wooli. Learn, funa ebintu by'oyiga ku online. Batugambye generation yammwe does not have a concentration span empanvu ennyo. Genda online funayo kooyiikiriza oyigengako buli lunaku until kubanga bibeerayo bisigalayo. Oyigengako gali nti jjo nakoma ku 5 minutes enkya nja kukoma ku 6 oluddako nkome ku zino until you finish the tutorial. Naye, let's invest in ourselves as actors, as content creators, tusobole okuba nga tugenda kuganyulwa okufuna mu kintu kino. Tweyanziza nnyo, tweyanzeege, ndowooza teri kibuuzo kisigadde. Tewali. Nsaba twongere okuwa omukyalo n'obugalo. Obumusuubiza nti we are going to be better. Bwebwo. Obumusuubiza nti we are going to be better. Okay, thank you so much. Akasembayo kagenda otulekera kaako.
Thank you so much. Neyanziza nnyo for being a good audience. Akasembayo. We are all human beings and we are on a journey. Fena tuli ku lugendo lw'okwezuula. Even by the time you die, probably you've not found who you are. Probably maybe you're just starting to know who you are. But as a creative, fight as much as possible. Wemanye. Fight as much as possible to know who you are. To know your weaknesses. Omanye that oline wana gamba chingoli online. You just know that that is my weakness and I'm working on it. To know your strength. Because these are things that you're going to bring on the table. Right? Because probably you're not a producer and you can't invest in a product. But your strengths are things that you bring on the table. Maybe a good time manager. Try as much as possible to be a good time manager all your entire life. know who you are, that people don't take advantage of you. Because we are now in a generation whereby everyone is trying to take advantage of each other. Never wemanya, you're not going to give someone room to use you. Ojja kumanya wano wendi tebanjagala kanveewo. Oba ojja kumanya nawe wooli togwaniddeewo, and try to see what you can improve. So wewe omanyanga gwe omuntu n'omanya nga bagamba muno ono mukyalo ono mwami. I can't wake up today and I say I'm a man. Like, sisobola. Nina okwemanyanga omukyala. Sigenda kwemanyanga mwami because I'm not a man. So you know who you are. Ne wonajja into a room full of superstars. You know what you bring on that table. Work on yourself and identify yourself. Nga go figuring out. Thank you so much, Mambeja.